Stock talk, baby. So we're going to do some stock talk today. And we're going to talk about something important. We're going to start with, some important stuff. So we're going to take a look here at what? What are we looking at here? We're going to look at November. We're going to look at November here. So today is Wednesday the 13th. As we get closer to Friday and Delta rolls off the market should become supportive. We have an issue this year. VIX-piration is not until the 21st. Normally, VIX-piration would be like the 12th, let's say. So you'd get your downside move, right? Or upside move if we were in a bear market. You'd be able to come back in here and take a trade long into the end of the month and get a big fat print, take your money and run. You get volumes in the first week of the next month and you'd get long again. Now, this month, we don't have that. This month, we have on the 21st, VIX-piration. We have OPEX on Friday when a window opens of strength. Window of strength, believe it or not. We have a magnet on 6,000 to jump up and get a nice long trade here into what? Nvda earnings on the 20th. That's your catalyst. So you murder vol, reprice vol into VIX-piration on the 21st. Everyone's excited. Woo! Nvda, baby. They broke above 150. Right? Everyone's excited. You come into that Friday. By Friday, you're out. Maybe you're out on the 20th at the close. Maybe you're out on the 21st. Maybe at the last case scenario, you're exiting in profit on Friday at 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. And guess what you do? You're fat and rich while people are dealing with Thanksgiving week, fighting for money. The market trades sideways and down to a legitimate pullback to the daily trigger. You're not getting that this week. So you get your legitimate pullback next week or 2 weeks from now. They're in this period. We come back on the first week of December. The correction or pullback is done. Volume comes in the market. You're getting long early by the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, Monday, for the trade into Christmas. You're getting out on VIX-piration and OPEX as they wind them, or the markets wound and pinned. And then the week of Christmas, people are fighting for money again while the market is correcting, pulling back. It actually trades sideways and down into New Year's Eve. Meanwhile, you're what? Enjoying Thanksgiving, enjoying Christmas. You've made your money, you've exited the market, and then you come back again. After the first of the year, and volume comes in on the second, third, fourth, and fifth. You're getting long at the end of that week for the coronation of Donald J. Trump. You ride that up. And then we get out of the market again before the coronation. And then what do? We roll down into our seasonal roll to the downside, roughly. Come on, baby, go on up there and do the thing. Come on, baby, get up there and do the thing. So the market becomes supportive. I'm going to show you the concept of this right now on a chart. We're going to go back to 2016. To the last coronation. And I want to show you specifically, now this isn't going to be the same. We're not going to have the exact same dates. And the market doesn't do exactly what happened again, but we know one thing. Wall Street fucking loves playbooks. They love them. And whenever they encounter a situation where they don't know what to do, they look back on history and say, when was the last time we were in this situation? What did we do? And Mike goes, don't worry, Bob, I got it. We ran this shit last time just like this. And so they run that playbook again. They do it all the fucking time. They run similar playbooks depending upon where they are in the market. So let's look back on 2016. And there are some very key points here. Excuse me, not October 13th. November 13th, right in here. 13th. 16th. 15th, right there. But this is what I want to show you here. This is the important thing for you to grasp. I'll show it to you. Maybe we'll do it in a 4-hour. Hold on. It's better to do it in a 4-hour. Hold on here. Not a 4-hour. Bear with me here. Right there. This is what I want to show you. Notice how they don't bring you down here to the daily trigger. It's just a minor consolidation, and then you run. You actually get your full pullback to the daily trigger later. Gap up. Correct. Gap up. Correct. Not correct. We're not fucking correcting first. We're not going down there first and then running. We're actually going to fake you out and run it high first, then pull it back. When? So this is November 15th. We find a low just below the hourly trigger in here. The hourly trigger. It holds. And what did they do in 2016? They fucking ramp us. Ramp. November 25th on a Friday. They ramp us to Friday, the 25th. This is the week of Thanksgiving. Big old fuck you. Eat shit and die. Fight this all the way down. This is December 2nd, a Friday. December 2nd to Friday, the first week of December, Friday. So volume comes into the market. First week of December. That's the actual correction. Then we super ramp. Woohoo! We get a top again. on December 13th, before we ever get to Christmas. And then what do they do with you? They rope and dope you. They rope and dope you. And they rope and dope you. The 23rd, the 25th. Oh, you got another high on the 25th, but it's still straight sideways, right? Then they drop your ass into the first of the year. That's December 30th. Not bad trading in here. Well, who the fuck wants to do that? Who wants to mess with that garbage? John L. does. John L. is going to set a butterfly in here and go, yeah, they're good. They think we're going all time. Yeah, they think we're going to crash. Yeah, they think we're going all-time highs. Meanwhile, John L. is pocketing all of your doom puts and all of your all-time high calls. Then they drag you down into the first of the year. But guess what they do? They ramp you back up for the coronation. Whoop. Not bad, right? Buy that, sell that. 3 sexy-ass trades. 3. So you're here right now on this Wednesday. What do you choose? 3 easy trades. Get rich. Eat, fuck, drink, smoke weed, whatever it is you do. Hanging out on the island outside of New York with Billy Joel, getting into car accidents at a 4-way stop sign with a bunch of cocaine and thoughts. Slow, long walks in the woods. Spam, alone with yourself in your 1-bedroom apartment, your mom's basement. 3 sexy trades. Or you're fighting it the whole fucking way. You're going to be the guy in my stream telling me we're going to all-time highs in the beginning of the year, or we're going to crash.
Ratings say the U.S. election will have a meaningful policy implications for the global credit.
So we got to make a choice here. There's the trigger screen. Here's a 1-hour basis.
Do you want to stay up to date with the latest and be on the...
You got regards out there
then sign up
on social media.
Or Financial Juice Pro for a year's worth of our service.
And they're trying to tell you right now that we're going to fucking trade the fucking daily trigger. And we're not. We're going to jump higher first. And that daily trigger is going to come up. And then you'll get your back test of the daily trigger after or during Thanksgiving week. Because VIX fucking paration is next week, 2 weeks from now. It's not this week. So no, your party is spoiled. And yes, we are going to reset ball, whether you like it or not. So the only question becomes, when does this window open? How do we begin to trade? 6025, 6050, and then get our pullback after. I forget these, don't be looking at these dates, but yeah, it's 20th, 21st. And what else is fascinating about this is what? You get Nvda pump. Woo! And you're getting that sexy ass trade right there. So you're either buying a dip yesterday, buying a dip this morning, buying a dip here, because we're going there. We're not going down here this week. These fucking sellers tell you so much bullshit. It's constant diarrhea. Well, we're going to go down there now. The window of weakness opens on Friday. We're going down here. And then when we get to Thanksgiving, you know, we're going to fail this and go down here. You know, get out of my fucking face. We're going to bull run. The second year of a bull run. We're at end of year. We're at window dressing. We're coming into a new presidency we know nothing about. We don't know what Trump brings, good or bad. Everyone's long. Hedge funds just getting long. What do you do when you come into unknown? You max profit. You max it out. You make tons of money. You fill the coffers with cash, and you leave the speculators at the door on the coronation to find out what actually is coming to the table. And then we price in the doom and whatever, fucking immigration and whatever. But for right now, they're going to take their money and run. Don't get left behind. I've told you again and again and again and again. And they did it right here, too. And they want this gap closed right here. And I told you on fucking FinTwit on Sunday, you ain't getting that gap closed. Every example in this market in a bull run, we leave this gap behind. You can go back and check on your own. I've already shown it to you. No. And not only no, we ain't coming back there until spring. And any pullback to the daily trigger will be higher. So the answer is no. No, 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 no. Now, there might be an unknown unknown. Nothing's 100%. Iran pulls some shit. Russia pulls some shit. Sure. But guess what? Russia isn't, are they? Russia's amassing troops on the border of Ukraine and North Korean soldiers. Guess what they're waiting for? The coronation. They're not waiting. They're not going to do it right now. They're going to do it the moment Trump takes office. But until then, we clean up. And this window is opening the closer we get to Friday. Now, when you looked at that 2016 chart, let's take a look at that Friday. This is the Friday. That's Monday. Monday. Tuesday. This is the 11th. This is the low right here. Look at the low. This is Thursday. This is Wednesday, excuse me, right? We tried to go up. They pushed us down. We go up into Thursday. They smashed us down one more time into Friday. And then super ramp. Woohoo! Bye-bye. See you later. Grind. Grind. Call spread. Grind. To the upside, baby. Woohoo! So we look pretty strong here, don't we? Today's Wednesday, right? Look pretty strong. This is Friday, right? See, Friday the 15th. Everything's looking bulled up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Friday close down here. Get long, baby. Now, can we get long yesterday at the low? Probably. You'd be fine. You're just burning time. If you're in a call spread, you can just burn what? Theta. Burr, baby, burr. If you want to wait until Friday close or Friday morning, I can't blame you. You want to see how far down we get down here to get max profits into next week? I can't blame you. If we begin to escape early, how do we know? New highs, right? Start getting some new highs. Hourly triggers turning higher. Start making it like this. Sure, we'll take the trip now. But otherwise, we look for that low into this Friday, Thursday, Friday. We got Jerome Powell today. We got, what else we got? We got economic news, right? What do we got here? Thursday, you got PPI. You got Chair Powell, Thursday, 3 p.m. He likes to shit on the market. Great, let's do it. Let's shit on the market. Come into Friday, you get retail sales, 8:30 in the morning. Hopefully we dump a little bit, get a little dumpy down there on Friday morning. A little bit of doom and gloom. You get these people out there on social media that are like, we're crashing next week. We're going to the Daily Trigger right now. Forget what Captain Jim James said. I'm loading puts right here. That guy's going to pay my calls. That guy is going to pay my calls next week into Nvda earnings. Telling you now. That sucker's going to pay my calls. I guarantee it. I'll hand out lollipops to all of you. Start sucking on them on Friday by the close. Is Mr. Yen out there right now? He's going to be like, this fucking guy's going crazy right now. I want to get on there and start screaming at people too. They're going to fake you out, I'm telling you. That's what they're going to do. Don't go blab that shit on Twitter either. Don't go tell all your friends. Don't go fucking posting crayon charts and sharing them with thousands of people. It's just for you and I. Because then they will send us to the Daily Trigger if you do. Don't do it. Don't tell anybody. Just chill, relax, hang out. I'm going to put on 3 dope-ass trades. We're going to make a bunch of cash. You're going to be able to enjoy the end of the year, the fruits of your labor. Do you guys understand? Say yes in the chat, please. You guys are like, I don't, fuck you, Captain Jim James. We're going to blood this fucker down. All right. Now, what's the word? Now, we're putting risk on, aren't we? So, if it starts to fail, we'll get out of the trade. I still have a hedge on this market. I have a fucking hedge still in this market for mid-January. They want to fuck around, I'll get paid. Put a hedge on. We're fucking trading 597.80. Put on a fucking bear ratio to protect your ass. They pay you if we go higher. We should be trading and failing 625 in mid-January, February, late January, February, March, somewhere in there. And then you're going to get your fucking crash. You're getting your major correction, without a doubt. I write that in stone, carve it in stone. They are going to price in that shit show. They are, I promise you. Even if we don't get it, even if he's lying, even if we don't get stormtroopers out in the roads, and I don't think you're going to get it. I think if you think all of his promises through to the realization of it, it's pure insanity. And there'll be resistance to it. And he's a money man and a business deal man. So you're likely going to see parts of it. Even on Financial Juice, they're posting every day things like S&P Global Financial does not believe for a fucking minute that he's going to get all these tariffs. S&P Global does not believe that he's going to actually follow through with any of these fucking promises. They're empty promises to fucking get rich. And meanwhile, you're drinking the fucking coffee cup full of it. We'll price some of it in. We'll get some great volatility. We're going to get some great volatility trades when he's president. He's going to make threats. He's going to tell you China deal off, China deal on, China deal off, China deal on. I'm telling you, it ain't going to happen like that. And even if it happens, it's going to be quiet. And it's going to take time. That's the rational way to do it. If you're going to round everybody up, you're going to round them up quietly. Not fucking stormtroopers rounding everybody up all at once. They don't even know where the fuck to put those people. They don't even have the funding to do it. Now they can, as time passes, we can get there. We ain't there right now, are we? We're not pricing it in right now. We'll price that shit in, price the left tail risk in once he's president. Not right now. So focus on what we're doing, which is we're making money. I'm telling you guys, like, we're fucking, everybody's drinking the fucking Kool-Aid. And it's like, relax, chill out. No matter who you are, MAGA, fucking Democrat, liberal, Antifa, fucking, I don't care, Nazi, I don't care what you are. Shit ain't happening right now. It's not the market we're in at this moment. Moonshot, we're going to the moon with all that, Cap. I don't give a fuck. We ain't doing it right now. What we're doing is we're gonna capitalize and take the money and run from this bull run into the springtime. Stay focused. So just, we're not going to price in inflation. I read a spook story this morning to spook you guys. It said, I'm going to read this to you. It said, what did it say? It was so goofy. It was from this morning. It said, what did I read this morning? Well, I read this to you. It was so goofy. As worries about inflation grow, stocks begin to decline. Global stocks fell Wednesday as investors awaited critical U.S. inflation data, citing concerns that President-elect Trump's proposed American forced policies may rekindle price increases. Horse shit. None of that is going to be reflected in our inflation numbers today. There'll be a slow creep. They will eventually be material, but it ain't today. And it's definitely not from the fucking data from before the election. Now, are those machinations happening in the background? Yes. And Wall Street is aware of them.
Contest in the first round.
Wall Street knows that large procurers of materials and goods
onto the second round
are panic buying in the background. But that is from the PPI side of things. And this is like prepping and saving food or water or ammunition. It's not going to hit the tape yet. Not right now, not yet. It will. And the PPI numbers, in fact, will not be hit. That won't hit the tape for another month, 2-3 months. And even when it doesn't make a trend. You need 3 months of PPI data, not CPI. You need PPI to start to rise. And then you need the realization of reselling those goods to people out there building a house, let's say, or a tract building, commercial building. So I start buying nails in bulk. Woof, woof, woof. The initial reaction right now, Trump wins. I start buying nails in bulk from China. Initial reaction, the nails are 50 cents. But because I'm buying so many, they eventually start to go up in price because of demand from China. So now nails go to 60, 75, 80. You'll then begin to see that reflected in PPI come like December. But that doesn't mean that makes a trend either, does it? You need 3 months of data minimum to make that a trend. And then you, in turn, also need those companies that are accumulating those fucking nails at 50, 60, 75 cents to then self-realize by selling them to somebody that's actually building a building. Well, the nails cost me 75 cents. I paid 50 way back when. My corporate profits are going to grow too, and that's going to show up in the middle of what? Q1, Q2. Because I bought early. But my forward guidance is going to be shit, isn't it? So by like summertime, it's going to look like dog shit. But also, we don't know what the real plan is from Trump, do we? So I accumulate all these fucking nails. PPI starts rising. Eventually, we get some CPI readings. You get 3 months of those readings, and we got a fucking problem. And the market will react to that and price it in by springtime. January, February, March. Now, Trump takes office. And he's like, what's up, suckers? We're going to do 100% tariffs on China. Everybody panics. And then he comes on in an interview in the morning and goes, we're back on again with the negotiations. No tariffs yet. Market fucking rips faces off. Anticipating and pricing in CPI coming back down and PPI coming back down. Trend broken, 3-month trend now heading lower. This morning's read, we got bad news. CPI is still high, but Trump is very positive in an outcome with no trade war with China. So, Cap, what do we do? Bad news, good news today? Yes. Negotiations still on with China, bro. Didn't you hear? He had a presser yesterday at 4 p.m. So we're going to get into some volatile times. We're going to definitely make a trend of going up in these reports. But one report does not make a trend. We have not self-realized any of this stuff. It's all fucking bluster until we get there. And it's still bluster when we get there. And more than likely, it's going to be China trade on, China trade off for like 6 months to a year, if not 2. More than likely. And let's say it isn't. Let's say he comes in office and he goes, you know what? We ain't doing China trade on and China trade off. Bam. 80% tariffs, China, day 1. Well, we've priced it in already, haven't we? Market's already rolling down, right? Gets in office, right? January 20th, I think it is, the coronation, right? We're already rolling over and down, and Trump goes to you first day. Hold on, I had to replace the shitter with my golden shit bowl. But we're going to do 80% tariffs. I answered them today. Market's already rolling up and down after squeezing up that whole entire time, right? So we price in like a crash. Right? January 30th, we're rolling down. Everybody's fucking freaking out. We got 2-3 months of bad data. We now have a trend. We got 80% tariffs coming. Woohoo! Let's ride the lightning down. Makes sense? But you guys are trying to price that shit in like today. You guys are like, okay, here we go. Trump's going to do major tariffs on Mexico and China and Canada. We're going to war with Canada by Jan 5. He's not president yet. It doesn't matter. We got to price it in today. We got Thanksgiving and Christmas coming, and we got Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and we got we got pole dancing and shit to do. We got to go to fucking Billy Joel's party. Sorry, buddy. I'm on FinTwit. And they've been regurgitating this whole entire thing to me all along the fucking way, and we're going to do it today. Crash market today. Wrap it up, suckers. It was in line. CPI and inflation was in line. We had a little bit. We had a downtick in like household food and an uptick in gas and shit. We had geopolitical risk we just went through. You guys, you fucking bears just threw the kitchen sink at this market in September, October. We are so wound up from September, October in the election on the 5th. And you're now expecting us to not unwind that shit? We're going to unwind the fuck out of that volatility. And we're going to ramp to the upside. And then we're going to fucking reprice that shit once more. Does that make sense to any of you out there? Please tell me yes. Tell me I'm not going crazy here. Tell me I'm not the only fucking person out here that understands this. Thank you. You can't be the only person out here that knows this. Yeah, they could do it early. This is the other fucked up part. As this window opens into Friday and the weekend, they could start super ramping it right now. They could do it today. Between today and Friday, there's a I'm not gonna say it, but Father effing There's gonna be a window to up. We're gonna crash Nvda before we even get to the report. Fuck them. Fuck the AI trade. It's scam pump. It's all doom. There could be a hot read on PPI. Yes. Now, not a hot read, but there could be a slightly hot read. Like I said that about CPI too, right? It should come in line or just barely hot. CPI today was slightly hot on year over year. Small 0.01 uptick. That's not a fucking trend. Now, PPI, you would expect to possibly begin that upward move prior to the election.
Look into the
A little bit of panic buying, maybe.
Outlook report now.
But then again, producers, right, probably are late to react slightly to that increased demand until we find out who's president.
$76.06.
The next PPI read, that shit's coming in hot. I guarantee it. Guaranteed.
2024 U.S. oil output seen at 13.23 million barrels per day. Prior forecast 13.22 million barrels per day. So little changed. For next year, little change to the downside as well at 13.53 million barrels per day.
You might be asking me, how do I know that? Because I fucking subscribe to places where people
average 13.44 million barrels per day in November from 13.45 million barrels per day in October to average 13.52 million barrels per day in December.
I subscribe to places where people that actually procure material and commodities for large companies can't keep their fucking mouth shut. They blab. Blah, 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 blah. I work for one of the biggest builders in Texas, and we're fucking stockpiling shit right now. I make $17 an hour, and I'm gonna come bitch over here in this whatever this room I'm in, this walled garden that nobody realizes there's people from Wall Street watching and reading. No, is it today? No. But it's happening. Generous Greg is like, God damn, we got to wait till Friday morning. Bears failed me bad today.
So media reports the U.S. Senate. Excuse me, media.
Thanks, Boat Rush.
U.S. Senator Thune.
Meanwhile, fucking, butterfly and options sellers are sucking each other off this week, aren't they? Watch this. They think it's going to crash. Watch this. They think it's a V-shaped recovery. We're going all-time highs. Watch this shit. They're going to sell right into them. Watch this shit. They thought that was a V-shaped recovery. Watch this. They thought we were going to crash over in CPI this morning. Bunch of suckers out there. I mean, I keep selling them calls and puts. It's hilarious. Condor LVR's like, stop the car, honey. I got to make a post inside the Discord. He just called me out. Yes. Definitely all the way. Yeah, we got some problems with commodities right now. It's a mixed trade, but you do want to be buying steel. I'm trying to buy commodities myself right now. I want to get long on commodities, but not on what the steel is going to be used for. They're trying to push it down to long the fuck out of it right now. It's actually bullish on an inverse. So let me talk to you about steel really quick in S&P 500. So my viewpoint here in S&P 500 is collect the top of the winnings, right? The crema. And then I'm trying to get long commodities into this coronation, right? And shift, right? Shift into like what's going to get fucking beautiful when we do price in this stuff into the market, right? as the money exits the market. Think about this. If you are fucking long since the beginning of the year, you're going to be looking fat and happy and rich into Trump's assumption of power, right? What are you going to do? You're going to take the money and run. And what are you going to do with all that money? You got to find something to buy, don't you? It's likely commodities, right? Oil, fucking gas, all that shit. Steel. So you want to come into that and be shifting your money into that as we come into that changeover, right? The herd money. And remember, if you're Wall Street, you want the best possible price, don't you? When we were at the bottom of the market in 23, in October, it was a major fucking low, wasn't it? And what were people doing as we were shifting money into the stock market? They were like burning, running around with their hair on fire and saying, oh my God, market's going to crash. It already crashed, bro. No, bro, it's going to go lower. No, bro, we're getting the best possible price to go long. So what are we going to do in the springtime? We're going to rotate into that stuff, right? We're going to rotate the fuck out of the equity market. We're going to let these bears take over and doom us all spring. Price that shit in. You walking around on the show and shit. I told you, Cap. Yeah, I know, but you told me back in fucking September, October, November, December. Told me again and again and again and again and again, man. Well, I had a year puts, bro. I bet you did. I remember you telling me you had 0-day puts on the crash, though, like fucking 30 times, man. Put the screws to him right now. All right. Hit him with the screws right now. Put that little, we got to do like right there. We got to make that a little bit smaller. Put the screws to him. There you go. Put the fucking screws on him. Rusty. Here, we watch One Piece. Oh, that was a really good show. I dug it. So this is R1 up here. $5.99.35. If you want to put on a hedge, 3 months out, ratio spread, SDOW, something like that. SPX breaking above 6,000 right now. The place that we're tied into for OPEX. Let's check the gamma picture for today. See if we can get some fresh gamma here. Oh, look at that. Oh, boy, I got to show you guys something. We got some development going on to the upside. You guys watching all that gamma development up there? God damn. You know what the best part of that gamma development is? They got gamma now coming out on 6,500. We don't need to go to 6,500, do we? We can just go to like 6,250, leave all those other OTM buyers in the dust, can't we? Any of you guys watching that gamma development up there? It looks beautiful and sexy. Net gamma on the market, man. They're just loading the fuck out of the market with calls, and they're buying them way OTM right now. So what do we got here? Oh, yeah, 6,100 right now. 6050 is the call wall. Local resistance, 6,000. Local support is where? My God, dude, we're just leaving people behind. Gamma flip has dropped a little bit. Local support's a little bit lower. I got to post this for you guys in the Discord. This is like turning into... let me show you guys something really quick. We have gamma changes happening. Okay, so the gamma flip is rising. Local support is actually becoming more supportive. Local support is now here just above the gamma flip. This is actually really good. This is nice. Good. That is really nice. Local resistance is, kind of like 6,000. See that big gamma bar? We got another big gamma bar forming here. So like ping pong, ping pong, ping pong to go higher. You could say that this is support too. You could actually say, you can just write like supportive. Real support, maybe. We'll do this. We'll do real support. Change this to like real support. Change this to local support. Gamma flip, real support, local support. 40 million, 42 million. You could even just say it's like here to here. Hold on. Looking very supportive, isn't it? Not looking bearish. I'm going to correct my ass. Call wall right here. Local resistance right here. Dealers are expected to shed delta. But once they're done shedding delta, if CTAs step in and start buy, dealers then become what? Chubby chasers. Whoop. Retail has events like Nvda, and we trade up here to the call wall, don't we? And that becomes our area, doesn't it? And then you got an actual Nvidia earnings. Whoop. And I want to show you something else here. Yeah, that looks fucking bearish. Jesus Christ, I can't believe people are even saying, like, regurgitating this crap from probably FinTwit, if I had to guess. Keep an eye on that red dot right there. See, I got that thing right below it. A real eye up here. Sellers are going to try to come in right now. Just a heads up. A big band of sellers right here. Or supply, I should say. Those calendars I showed you on the show, I posted them this morning in the Discord.
Syrian state media says initial reports of Israeli aggression targeting Syria's Homs countryside.
For those that like to keep their lives simple. But those that don't want to clutter their lives.
From macro headline risk.
It was literally a green, yellow, and red arrow.
$9 a year for our real-time service.
Fairly simple. Like Larry Williams does it. Exactly how I am. So that's who I am, Terrawolf. Simple Jack, baby. Simple Jim. I should change my fucking name in the Discord to Simple Jim. I should do that across everywhere. It's fuck Captain Jim James, now just Simple Jim. I just saw that GIF, or that GIF, that GIF. Oh, look, it's the sellers showing up. Woo! There's a bear out there watching the show, and he's like, sell. He just said the sellers are there. Sell. Generous Greg, you got some gang GIFs in there, brother. Some jiffies. Jiffy lubes. Simple Jim. Simple Jack. Simple Jim. Dude, that Crayola meme is insane. I've never seen that one before. I've seen a lot of those Crayola memes. That's a good one. Let's look at TLT really quick. And there ain't nobody yeah, see this? This is TLT. They ain't fucking buying this shit. They ain't buying it. They're going to burn this shit down to the ground. There's nobody in their right fucking mind that's buying long duration bonds. Sorry, not right now. Not right now. They ain't. I'm gonna burn this fucking market to the ground. And they thought they were gonna get that today on inflation. Fuck no. They're over jumping this stuff. We're gonna trade. I'm telling you what. We're gonna trade $85, possibly even 82, and even 63. There ain't nobody putting it on. The way that election turned out, there ain't no way. There ain't no way anyone's going to risk getting trapped with their safety trade in long bond, 30-year, 20-year bonds. You'd be out of your fucking skull to do that. Everybody's partying in Doge and Bitcoin and Tesla. Yeah, they're like, I'll be honest with you guys, like, they're not going to do it. They're not going to. The uninversion is fine. You're just not going to see, like, it's all going to be short dated shit. No one's going long dated here. It's too risky. If we get this like PPI inflation spike coming into next year, if it goes fucking bananas, you'd be fucked. You'd be in so much trouble. There's no safety trade there. I'm going to assume the bond boys are in fucking Bitcoin right now. I shit you not. I've already told you. I told you that we'd trade like 72, 74 and fail 80 because those Bitcoin bros were going to sell into. And then I told you we trade 100 on Bitcoin. We're going to sell from there. And then we're going to trade 130 in Bitcoin. And then that's the goddamn top. But I would not be shocked if these guys are fucking all in that shit. Like, they've abandoned long-term bonds. You get short-term shit, but behind the scenes, there's panic. That doesn't translate to stock market crash today. What it translates to today is take the money and run. And there's people in offices around the country going, all right, we're going to max out all this shit right now, take all our money off the table, leave the bag holders, everybody's going to be pumped up. But that's not until January. I don't think it is. Could they crash it today? Sure, but you can't trade like that. If you traded like that, you'd never make a fucking dollar in this market. They're likely going to rip this shit up, and they're going to quietly de-risk. But that takes time. It isn't one day. They're like whales. They're not whales. They're like elephants. I always call them elephants. They move so much slower than you do. They're like the big Zamboni when you can chase them and then you can get out of the way before they roll it. But you can see the hints of it elsewhere, right? You can definitely see the hints of the de-risking. Even by price going up, you can see the hints of de-risking. You can see it in momentum on higher frames, but it doesn't happen in one day. Wolf Richter's like that. Wolf Richter tells people all the time. You ever read his stuff, right? Like, Wolf Richter's like, you guys want this shit to happen like day one. And it just doesn't happen like that. There's like higher frame momentum in this, like on the scale that they have to like top, roll down. The guy here says the same thing. The other guy that does the Market Wizards books, he's like, you start out with speculating hedge funds, start testing longs in the market in a new bull run. By the end of that bull run, it's all these big fat fucking whales or big fat elephants. And they're like, they never join the rally. They never join the bull run. They're late to the party and they move so fucking slow. They can't get in and out. We're not talking about the Oracle from Omaha. We're talking about like institutional funds and hedge funds and those kind of people. So they're like banks, major banks. They're like all these big fat fucks. They plod along. The one thing about the bond market or the inverted yield curve, or not just the yield curve, but yield curves in general, is they haven't been that predictive since about 1985. They sometimes they matter sometimes, and sometimes they don't. The 10-year, if you really wanted to say the 10-year is going to matter, it'll matter in 2030. How about that? I'll say that to you. You really want that, like the 10-year to matter? I think it'll matter. Like we can have like fits of rage at like 5% in the 10-year and stuff. But like when it really matters, like it's a macro news, it's higher. 2030, 2027 maybe. It's going to take some time. Look on a 10-year chart that's going back multiple decades. Like we'll have fits of rage where the curve matters, but is it material to a macro view? Probably not for either 2030 or 27, 28, depending upon when the shit kicks off with China. Unless that's sped up. When you guys hear me talk right now, I don't always know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to, in some of the things that I say to you guys, I leave it for you to think out, like a thought process. Like you'll hear me say things like, especially recently, after Trump won the election, you'll hear me say things on public like, let's round them all up tomorrow. Let's do it all right away on the passing of power. Trump's first week in office, let's round up all the illegals and do it as fast as possible. When I say that to you, there's a reason I'm saying it I'm veiling what I'm actually trying to tell you. Which is if you self-realize this stuff like immediacy, we'll speed this whole process up. And it'll impact the market faster than you think. We likely don't do that. They would be out of their minds to do that. He'd be out of office in 4 years. If you're a Democrat, you want that process sped up because you will earn back your voters on a faster timeline. If Trump does it slowly and quietly over 4, 8, 12 years, you'll never earn those voters back because they don't feel the pain. It's like a frog in a pot of boiling water. So you're not going to earn those voters back to your side or urge them into voting if they chose not to vote. So if you're a Democrat out there, you really want to encourage this red sweep. You want to go find your local MAGA person. You want to go find your congressman, your senator, and say, round them all up. I want you to get the sheriffs, the cops, the INS, Border Patrol, fucking Homeland Security, and I want troops in the street in Texas. And I want you to go to every fucking rancher, every fucking farm owner. I want you to round them all up because I know what the reaction's going to be. That rancher is going to pull a gun out and say, you ain't taking shit off my property. I already know what the reaction's going to be. Now, they might be slamming the fucking vote button, MAGA, red, whatever, but I know what they are. I know these guys. My oldest daughter rode horses all over the Southwest with wealthy oil guys. She rode English and Western. And the men that I knew down there owned vast ranches. They're going to hide their illegals. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to form agreements with the government to keep them. Make man camps. Well, hold on. Don't take all my illegals. Can we work something out where maybe they get to stay here in the United States and I get a pass and I'll pay you some money and I'll be responsible for them. You know what that's called? Indentured servitude and slavery. That's what it is. So you speed up the process and you start really getting the people that voted against you to look in the mirror and say, what the fuck am I doing here? Why is this guy trying to take all my illegals? I didn't think through what the impact of this would be. So if you're a Democrat, you should not be whining or crying in a cup. You should encourage the sweep in the ultimate outcome because you want the pain. Elon Musk has told you there could be some pain for a couple of years. Depends on what gets through. Told you that. Your own man told you that. He's right. If they can get this ball rolling. So I want the ball rolling. I want that pain. I want to see what the reaction to that's going to be. He was honest. These countries aren't going to take these people back. You're going to have to build concentration camps. You have to start PMCs, baby. I don't know if you guys know what PMCs are. Some of you do, but some of you don't. And you do it loud. You don't do it quietly. Round up 100 here. You can't see them. They just disappear. You want to fast, hard, round them all up. %. You guys ready for some figures? I got some figures for you. I think construction is like 36% or something. I'm getting different numbers here. I think just construction alone is, oh no, maybe restaurants. Restaurants like 36% and like construction's like 20% or 20. I think it was 26 was the last number that I got. You know, like restaurants, 36% of labor goes away in the U.S. Gone. I want to see it. Do it fast. Go get them. I want to see 26% of all construction workers disappearing. I want it as fast as possible. It's absurd. It's pure absurdity. Let's do it. Yeehaw. Yeah. I got more. I got more for you. Ready? You get rid of the Department of Education. You leave it up to the states to do it. Why? Do you know why? Do you know why you get rid of the Department of Education? People are smarter today. Can't go to war with China. Can't institute a draft if you don't have dumbasses. So what do? You leave it up to the states. Try to dumb down the IQ of a younger generation. And if you actually have to go to war with China, what do? You have uneducated young people, a class of them. About 4 to 8 years of it going on. And then when you institute a draft, and you got TikTok videos with meme-ified songs, and meme-ified what? You got meme-ified Trump, meme-ified songs, dances. You get a younger generation, 11, 12, 14 years old. They like Trump. You lower the education standards. If you have to go to war, you have a class of young adults that can fight that war for you. That's the reality. Is it fun? Is it nice to say that? No. But that's how it goes when you go to World War. That's right. They need less school. They need more TikTok. I'm on that. I agree. I'm a nationalist. I want to see that happen. I don't want to see anyone getting drafted and not wanting to go to war. I want fighters. Can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, that's pretty brutal, right, Chupakuja? You say stuff like that and you start thinking about it. I want you to think about that stuff because you got to find out if that's really going to happen or not. And we don't want that. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to go to World War III, do you? You don't want to go to fight China. You don't want to see every single illegal removed from the U.S. in one fell swoop. We have no way to remove them. We have nowhere to put them. It's absurdist. So you think it through and say, is that really going to happen? And it probably isn't. Do you understand? So when you're out there getting all paranoid and you're all out there saying things like, holy shit, it's not going to happen. There's going to be speed bumps along the way saying you're out of your fucking skull. I understand that you were stumping on a speech, but we can't do this. It can't possibly happen. And if it did, we know the consequences. So think this through. Think this through logically. If you don't understand these concepts, you can do an easy Google search. You can go to like Wikipedia, look up tariffs. You can look up economic theory. You can look up what else can you look up? You can look up the Great Depression. Did you guys know? How many of you know that tariffs triggered us into the Great Depression? Do you know that? Look up tariffs in the Great Depression. Google search that for me. You'll also notice that on public, you'll hear news organizations tell you that we might be impacted about 20 to 30% in inflation. Worst case scenario. They keep saying that number. There's a reason they tell you that number. It's because if we hit 30 to 40, it's instant depression. So they'll tell you less. They'll say, the worst case scenario is we become recessionary. But what they don't tell you is that if you slip into 30 to 40%, it's auto depression. You can look this up. You can read books about it. Get on Amazon. As a matter of fact, I got a book for you. Binky, I gave you a book, didn't I, to read? But Binky, what book did I give you to read? It's a long ass title. Look it up. You don't need me. Get some books. You got it. There's two of them. There's one before that one. There was a Taft Act 2 or something like that before it. There was like two rounds of tariffs. One pre-tariff and then one late tariff. There was one more before it. There's one earlier than that. It was like two. Just hammer. I would be. If my goal was to have a fighting force ready or needed, if we were like you don't want to go to war, but you'd have to like think about. Some people think that this is inevitable, regardless of who's president, whether it's Harris or Trump. There could be people in the background that think the same thing, and they're like, "Hey, we got to get the population ready for this." Even if it's a cleanup operation, you'd still need. You need to call up all prior service military to train. World War II and I, they did the same thing. You call up all prior service military of age like 65 years old. They become the training cadre, and they train young people. Even if it's like cleanup, you'd still need to empower. And if we're in a recession or a depression, it'd be a way for us to fight out from that recession, depression. You also have Russia right now in a war footing in their economy. They're selling oil to China right now, and they're in a war-footed economy. If that war ends in Ukraine, Russia's economy collapses currently, doesn't it? They cannot afford for Ukraine war to end, or they need to institute more wars, eventually invade Poland. These are real things that have happened cyclically in our nation and around the world, and we're going into that right now, aren't we? I don't know if it actually plans out or pays out or anything like that, right? If we actually self-realize those things. We've become smarter where we proxy a lot of this stuff. We've proxied a lot of wartime, haven't we? Vietnam, Korea, Iraq, Ukraine. We can list them off. South America, Central America in the 1980s, Iran, right? Iran, Iraq, believe it or not, when they fought each other. It's possible, but that way we don't self-realize it. But you still have to prepare for the worst outcome. You look towards the best outcome and you prepare for the worst, right? Well, that's what the military does, at least. They get smart, man. I'll tell you what. Like our military is smart as fuck. Like they've gotten really good at warfare. Really, really, really good. Psychology, the sociology of it, all of it. They spent billions and trillions at this point on it. Sorry, I'm just shit talking right now, guys. Don't get all paranoid and freaked out. This is all just FinCom. That's all it is. As Vol Wiz calls it, just FinCom. Financial comedy. All just financial comedy. I bet you Vol Wiz is at home right now fucking rolling around the floor laughing his ass off. Some shit talking. So the end result here is that don't be getting paranoid. Don't get weirded out. Don't be like, we're going to crash the goddamn stock market because of the coming depression. Trade what's in front of you. And the idea here is that we're going to take the money and run. We're going to take the money and run at the end of the year. We're going to take the money and run into the presidential shift, right? Into the passing of power. And then you want to find out what's really going to happen. We'll price in some left tail risk. Excuse me. We're going to price in some left tail risk in the spring, as we should. And then, are they going to round everybody up? Fuck no. Are they going to tariff everybody 100%? Fuck no. It's not going to happen. There's going to be negotiations and talking and all that kind of shit. Are they going to go to Texas and like meet some rancher and the rancher pulls out a 30-30? No. It's not how it's not how it's going to happen. There's like a 3% chance of that actually taking place. There's bumpers, there's speed bumps, there's process. A lot of our country is built on process. It's going to take time. I'm not kidding. Well, I'm going to get an End the Fed hat. Hashtag End the Fed. Ball cap. Oh, dude, they got it. It's a dad hat, too. End the Fed dad hat. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, we gotta make these hats. Forget that. We're gonna make these hats. I got a whole new line of merch we're gonna do. It's gonna be like Jim James with like a rifle over a brick wall. It's gonna be End the Fed or something. End the Fed muscle shirts. That'd be great. Yeah, we need somebody to design that stuff. I've already got a whole bunch of stuff coming through on my head right now. Do like End the Fed stuff, right? And then we'll do give me some ideas. Let's do some like Bring Me the Depression. Bring on the Great Depression. I'm ready. That corresponds to this high right here. You see that high? Current price is right here. This is where those sellers were up here. So I'm waiting to see.
From Tsms.
They came in and sold it right here. Sold it again right there. They got reversed. So we're likely going to go higher. So they sold right here, right? They failed to get the new low at 1 o'clock. We know. Oh, I almost lost power. They're going to reverse it right now and take it to the pin strike and see if the sellers are still here or not. We'll likely be met with some supply from dealers. This is all dealers selling right now. They're just trying to get rid of Delta. So they should step back in and try to sell this again. The one thing about this burnt butthole is that That delta is coming off so fast
So
that
the
at some
Fed's
point we are going to
movement
break out
says
to the
the
upside
central
today,
bank may
tomorrow,
be on the
Friday.
last mile to price stability. Inflation is expected to converge to 2% target over the medium term. Recent information suggests that the risk of inflation moving higher has risen, while risks to the job market remain unchanged or have fallen. The business sector
Yep, passing out lollipops. That's a good one, right?
small businesses and those in consumer discretionary market.
Oh, I like
seeing
that one,
slower earnings
Condor. We
growth.
fed up.
Recent
That one's
hikes
really
in inflation
good.
could have durably struck.
Dude, that's a baller one. We fed up.
Sorry, recent high
I got to
productivity
write that down
could
before
prove
these things
durably
disappear.
structural, but that remains uncertain.
We
Growth is
fed up. I like
broad-based
it.
and driven by consumption, income growth, productivity, and supportive financial conditions, as well as wealth effects. Strong economy is on track.
Oh, that would be a good one too. You know what we could do is do like I diddle in the middle
in the range of full employment,
and then send all the
Further rate
proceeds to
appropriate,
send the proceeds
inflation
to
continues to fall. Monetary
to the
policies
goat.
remain appropriately restrictive, while inflation remains above 2%.
Passing out
Monetary policy is
lollipops.
well positioned, and the Fed can judiciously and patiently judge incoming data to
What
decide
about
on
this
future
one?
rate cuts.
I got one for you. I got one for you.
Is slowly abating.
I got one for you guys.
Prices of rising layoffs, though disorderly deterioration of the labor market is unlikely given health of the businesses.
One of my own here. I got to get a better picture of this though. Hold on. We'll have to send it through AI a few times to get him looking angry. Like a picture of him and Trump together. That'd be terrible. You'd have to have like a Trump and Jerome Powell T-shirt of some kind. Whoop. Yeah, this is from the brief this morning, isn't it? I think this is from the brief. This upside move. We had that in the brief this morning. And the Fed bring the doom. Do that on like a Lucky shirt or something, Binky? Do like a Lucky shirt? Like what's the like Lucky brand does all that kind of look, doesn't it? It's like the Punisher type style or whatever. I think Vol Wiz's point was like, let's say you get the so if we bring up the calendar again really quick, show you guys the calendar here. Because this is an easy way to describe it. So where is November? Okay, so let me show you guys this again really quick. So what what ends up happening, right? This is November, okay? Let's do this. So this is November, okay? What ends up happening, theoretically, just bear with me here, okay? How do I edit this again? How do I edit this shit again? Edit. So theoretically, can I mark this up? There we go. Theoretically, what would happen would be this. So, like, let's say you get, pretend you're in Nvda, right? You get the crank up on Nvda, they go above 150, right? But that's like it, like 160, 170, 175. They come down by like open middle of the day on Thursday, right? On the vol crush day. Meanwhile, the rest of the market's like cranking with like continuation trades and maybe even into Friday, or at least Friday morning or something. And, you know, you get vol crush in here, all kinds of problems in here, right? Even though you're higher, just like non-payment. Meanwhile, some synthetic stuff is not crowded and printing. Meanwhile, all the Nvidia bulls are just like it's going to go higher. It's going to trade, I don't know, 300 or something. And then when you come into this week right here, they get crushed. Meanwhile, you're synthetically trading it through other issues or symbols. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but like, you know what it's like? It's kind of like when It's kind of like when the market has like a great ER, like Google rips or NASDAQ rips, but there's real fear in the markets. Like, we might crash, dude, the election. We might crash geopolitical risk. We might crash. There's a dock worker strike. So everybody's like hedging SPY, right? It's like SPY underperforms, but NQ cranks. So on the inverse of that trade, you would have everybody long Nvda. It does well, it performs. It just doesn't overperform. It doesn't pay out. There's no vol there's vol crush on or interest crush on Nvda, right? So like you're getting all this like mechanical stuff that's just beating you up. Meanwhile, some other trades are just like moving. You're taking the small bucket, filling it with cash, and you're out of there. Yeah, and podcast thinks that NVDA has gas. I'm talking more about like continuation on Vixpiration, on Friday, that kind of stuff. I think it gets wound up, or not wound up, but like bound up with IV crush. I said vol crush, but I meant IV crush. Sorry for the misspeaking on stream. But like IV crush issues, even though price is higher, you get IV crush. The options chain gets kind of fucked up. I guess call spreads would not matter. Call spreads would be fine. If you like straight calls in Nvidia, you might not get paid like you thought you would. Yo, sorry. Thanks, Ninja. I was misspeaking. I'm sorry for that. And it's all seriousness. Sometimes I get on it carried away and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Still no new high there. You see where I've got that tick up there? Let me make this clear for you guys. Line. See, I've got it just below that little red mark right there. And they're still selling into it right now. Still selling into it right now. Taking their time. Mechanical. This is all mechanical. You can see it. So I need continuity, more continuity in my life. When I didn't stream, or we didn't have a Discord, or we didn't have a website, or we didn't have all this other shit, I used to just sit on Twitter all day long. And I'd sit on Twitter and I'd listen to the goat talk in the background. Or I'd sit on Twitter and I'd listen to, what's his name? Charlie from, was he from Thinkorswim or something. And I would just stay on Twitter all day long. It was easy to have continuity. But now I don't have any continuity. So now I need help. I need someone to help me with continuity and message across everywhere. So I'm not fucking like starting a conversation and not finishing with it. It has nothing to do with the election. I don't mind the election. I don't have any. I'm not upset or angry or anything like that. And that's actually, I started deleting my account. I think 2 months ago. I had like 80,000 tweets. I don't delete tweets. Never have. I've deleted tweets only when I've offended somebody, and I don't want to offend people. That's not my intent to like hurt somebody. So that's the only stuff I've ever deleted, ever. I've deleted some great tweets too. I don't self-promote myself like, hey, I called the top, I called the bottom, all that. I never come back. You'll never see me come back and be like, that one, that made money. Rarely. 1% of the time out of 100 posts. So I just need more continuity in what I do. So we're going to do that. Matter of fact, that deal is done. So that you should see that roll out. And you know what? Why that matters to, or why that matters to me? I have an account, a private account called @CaptainsAlpha, and for a long time I kept a very straight face on that account. Some of you guys know me in different contexts. I have an account called @CaptainsAlpha. I kept a very straight face on that account. It was just this one, or it was just one thing I did. And then if I had a banger trade, I would post it there. Like it was a guaranteed fucking heavy printer, or like a thesis for 3 months or something like that. I'd put it there. And people got used to it. They were like, we like this. I come here every day to get this from you. And they liked that consistency. And they liked that they could go to that handle for that information. And it was regularly curated. And so I need more of that in my life for you guys, so that you get like straight-faced Jim James consistency. So we're going to do that. That's what we're doing right now in the background. That's why I'm not here right now, trying to like wrap this shit up and get it done. No more shit posting, none of that stuff. I want it like no blend, no have to read between the lines, no, only for smart people that know, not for people that are in the know everywhere else, not for people that follow me around everywhere 24 hours a day in my life. I want it to be just easy button for people. So, right or wrong or whatever. I just want it to be easy button. And it should work out really well. I'm really excited about it. It's only meant to help too. So the intent behind it is to help free. So that's the idea. Give good stuff, period, for free. It's all for free shit. So it's really cool. And that's all due to you. All your support has gotten us to this point to do this. So that's what we're gonna do. Hell yeah. It's good. That account's going to come back to life. And we're going to, like, the Trade the Trigger account's going to do some cool shit. Captain Jim James is going to be more shit posting, but fun. So it's going to be, like, fun and market and, like, importance to the market. So you'll get, like, you're going to get, like, don't hold me to this, but I think, like, Trade the Trigger is going to be, like, a mini brief morning and night. CJJ, Captain Jim James is going to turn into more like a stock pick kind of thing, and not just stock picks, like crypto, pair trades, you name it, and with follow-up. Like, hey, I like this trade. Matter of fact, during the election, I was asked to put a trade on Twitter. And I was like, these are gambling trades, you know. If Trump had lost, market would have fucking went to zero.
Keynote remarks.
Fucking Tesla would have went to zero. The only trade that I knew that day that I could rely upon, I think, was Sound. And Sound printed better than anything. Printed hard and heavy all week. Printed like 56, 70% or something. So I want it to be more like that, more curated. Like, I'm going to this guy's handle. I follow this guy. I want to go there and know that he's posting shit that matters. So that's what we're going to do. Or I want this mini brief every morning, or I want this or that or whatever. I want to be able to find it on the website. I want to be able to find it in the Discord. I want to be able to find it on socials. That kind of cool stuff. If we do, one thing we do around here is we'll do a preliminary brief. It's not set in stone, but every day at like 3, we do that, right? Like 2:33, I'm like, let's do a preliminary expectation for tomorrow. I'd like to cut and snip that and post it on TikTok and YouTube and fucking Twitter and all these other places, you know, so you can have access to it elsewhere. And you can like reference it and be like, what did he fucking say? It's not 9:30 p.m. yet where he's working on the brief. Like, he said SPY was going to do this and that. And you can also reference that preliminary brief and say, hey, shit's changed. Asia opened. Or it's the AM and the fucking London open sold. The U.S. data drop came in. Things have changed, right? We can't predict that shit. It's like fucking crystal ball shit. So more continuity, more holding hands. I think that's a big failure of a lot of places, right? Communities. You get like one thesis, and then if it goes bad, they're never there to say, hey, this is what this happened. Everybody's got a plan until it goes wrong. The stock market. You're supposed to plan out your plan. You make your plan, right? And you've got, if something goes wrong, what happens? What do we do? How do I hedge this, right? How do I hedge this event or something goes wrong? Do I sit on my hands? If it's going the other way, do I start becoming a seller? And you want that continuity across the board. So that's what I'm trying to do there in the background. I say you remove them all. Remove all 99, all 428 of them. Get rid of them all like day one. As fast as possible. As quickly as possible. Get rid of every single agency. I want all 99 of them gone. Every single one of them. As fast as possible. I bet he is, Joe. Joe Santos, I'm with you.
1 minute till we get the comments from Fed Schmidt. And Fed's Muslim says, I expect the economy to grow closer to 2% rate going forward.
Yeah, there's fear in the leadership of DOJ. They're like, and it's funny because it's like remember Animal? It was Animal House when the guy that's like the ROTC guy, and he's like, nobody panic, and everybody's fucking running left and right, and he eventually gets run over and shit. Remain calm. Yeah, exactly, Condor. That's the guy. That's the state guy at the gym.
Schmidt says, I won't let enthusiasm over rising productivity get ahead of data or commitment to reaching the Fed's goals. And I hope productivity growth can outrun the effects of slowing population growth and rising fiscal deficits. The Fed rate cuts to date are an acknowledgement of growing confidence inflation is on the path to the 2% goal. And it remains to be seen how much of the more Fed will cut rates and where they may settle.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to read through this right now from Muslim.
Fed's Muslim says monetary policy is restrictive, but financial conditions overall are supportive of economic activity.
One second here, guys. I got something I got to do here. Google unable to maintain performance data metrics of Gemini AI in relation to last year. Trump to appoint Ukrainian peace envoy soon to lead talks ending war with Russia. What else did I got here for you guys? Consumer discretionaries are outperforming the broader markets. Charter up 3.7%. Kohl's up 2.4%. Man, it's a really weird ass. I got some really weird ass stuff going on here. Hold on, guys. I got some news to read to you guys. With an inline CPI print out of the way, the S&P remains pinned at 6,000, but this strike level is no longer a big call wall it used to be. 60.50 and 6,100 are coming into play. I talked to you guys about that this morning. Yields dropped sharply after inflation data, but are now recovering somewhat. All eyes are once again on the bond complex. And from Goldman's desk, we are hearing that yesterday's move was concerning. From a trend-following perspective, CTAs are short long-end bonds, so maybe a little point at least of a tactical relief drop in rates makes sense. So I'm trying to read through some of this stuff. So just a note to you that that 6,000 wall is becoming less and less important. Other traders are noting this. On the bottom side of your screen right here, we are at the 6,000 call wall, and its importance is going away. There's only 82 million right now on total gamma here. We are looking to begin to trade higher to 60.50 and 6,100. I don't know if that's today, tomorrow, Friday, or what. We do have a pin on 6,000, though, heading into Friday. We could trade higher and then back down into 6,000. We are slamming on the door here today. We're not going down. See how we're just like pin, pin, pin. And as we wear this gamma wall out, that door opens, right? That window to the upside begins to open up to the upside, not the downside. Goldman's Pravotsky is noting this this afternoon, or this was from this morning at 8 a.m. He said, not sure what to make of the new Doge department. Musk and former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy will co-lead the newly created Department of Government Efficiency, an entity Trump indicated will operate outside the confines of government. Would have thought on the margin, reduced deficit spending would be something that the bond market vigilantes would reward. But the reality is we just don't know yet. Probably need to work on a smaller federal government long-short basket. The real concern is now in rates. The 5-year broke out of its post-election range yesterday following the 2-year front of the curve, and the 10-year future is threatening to do the same. There was a very big move in real rates yesterday that was quite concerning. Client feedback indicated concerns of a hotter than expected CPI print today. So I didn't know any of this, but this morning I pretty much told you that same shit, right? That it was unwarranted fear. Yesterday I told you the same thing. You're not going to get that hot fucking print. Not yet. You'll see it in PPI first, and then you'll see it in CPI down the road. I think that was bullshit, by the way. There was a very big move in real rates yesterday that was quite concerning. Client feedback indicated concerns of a hotter than expected CPI print today, which could round out to 0.4% on core. There's a small uptick on year over year today, but that doesn't make a fucking trend, does it? Market pricing for a December cut has dropped to 15 BPS. Imagine a hot print today would push the market to expect the Fed to skip the December cut. So I do want to show you something here that I sent to VolWiz earlier this morning, and I want to show it to you. I'll post it in the Discord. This is where all the doom is maybe coming from here. I'm going to post this here for you. No, this might not be stale yet. Who said it was stale? It may not still be stale. That's a fair point. I agree with that point too. I'm going to post this in the Discord really quick. That note from Provotsky was stale, right? It may not be. You can sometimes catch this on the back end of PPI. I don't think PPI is going to be that hot, but we still have PPI. We have PPI Thursday at 8:30 in the morning. You could see that translate. You would see it in PPI first anyways. You would never fucking see it first in CPI. I don't know why anyone was scared of CPI. You'd be scared first of PPI, and then the pass along would come the following month in CPI. And even if we get a hot PPI print, it shouldn't be monstrous. But if you look at that chart I just posted for you, do you want to see that chart that I just posted for you? That's in line with what McGilligot said. So I'm going to read something to you guys from McGilligot, okay? I got more here for you guys. Read this with me, okay? And then there's a continuation of the note in relation to equities. So I'm going to post this one next. This one says, Nomura's McGilligot on equities. In and of itself, this very dynamic of market is overhedged, put skew too rich, while nobody owns right tail calls was the core of my bullish equities thesis around the election into year end, which is looking notably pulled forward at this point, even versus my lofty expectations. Although, yes, it can and will eventually turn into a signal of excess to be faded, especially if it develops into a spot up, vol up market. Often we've seen these option-driven bids turn in collapse under the weight of their own delta. For now, I'd consider this upside chasing mania only as a yellow flag worth keeping an eye on at this juncture, and certainly not a standalone bearish catalyst. In theory, we will see a good part of the bullish thesis developing. The idea of performance chase extension with undercapitulating equities, investors creating a buyers are higher dynamic into year end, combined with a massive demand over supply skew that could feel like a basketball through a garden hose scenario in the context of year-end illiquidity and complete competing with corporate buyback flows. To the point of yesterday's email, and in order to shift my view, I need to see the broad index dynamics go outright spot up first to really create the conditions for an overshoot investor stopping. This would then require further positioning, exposure, net rebuild, which could then become flow for deleveraging, de-risking event afterwards. Now, you got to remember, I call him sell side Charlie, right?
At 2 p.m. Eastern
He's from
time,
sell
the
side,
US
so
federal
he's
budget
telling
balance
you
prior 64 billion.
that if you see the move first higher each step of the way, like I'm telling you, you get the move higher first, then the pullbacks, right, to the daily trigger. You get like the first, instead of doing a pullback and then higher, you get higher then pullback. So Charlie's basically telling you, if we leg up here into 60.50, 60.25, 6,100, that he will step in and sell that back 2-3 times into the election coronation. So, I guess if you're a seller, you're not selling now, you're selling after each leg higher. So you'd be selling that Thanksgiving week on a leg up to 60.25, 60.50. And then you'd come back and sell 61, and maybe you'd come back at like 60.20 or 60.20, or excuse me, 6200 or 620 or 6250 for that corrective phase in late winter, midwinter, late winter, stuff like that. Maybe you get the leg down on maybe, I guess, some of that inflation. You don't see it on CPI, you see it on PPI tomorrow. So you get the knee-jerk down side reaction. If you guys look at that chart I put for you in the Discord, the one that you can barely see. If you can barely see that, that's a seat. Excuse me. So maybe they're telling you publicly they're looking for the catalyst on CPI print. And I don't know. You're fucking getting long right here today, getting all bulled up, and the actual catalyst is PPI tomorrow. So you're not watching. You were watching CPI for the doom and gloom this morning, for the blast down, the super hot CPI print. You don't get it. You get it on PPI, and everybody's fucking long as fuck. They drop us down for that leg down here tomorrow. And then you're caught holding your dick, and then they jump it up again on just a knee jerk. So you're fading when you shouldn't be fading, and fading when you should be fading. Wall Street thinks that Trump will outspend Kamala Harris. Wall Street. That's Wall Street. Bond market. Bond market, Wall Street both believe. They both believe that Trump would win with a red sweep, and they believe that Trump's going to outspend. And as a matter of fact, I can prove it to you. TLT is telling you that they expect Trump to outspend. Right there, TLT tells you. Just look at TLT. That's all you got to look at. Like that. It's not rocket science. You don't even need to get it from the horse's mouth. Just look at TLT. Tell you the same thing. TLT tells you that there's 3 or 4 risks to the market and inflation raging. One of them is spending. Yeah, you'll hear it. You can Google search it. Just look up like politicians, men in gray suits. These are basically just people that, like your Soros types and things like that, people that big money in government. And then they come back to you afterwards. They sit you down and they say, you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And you're going to do this. And that's what you do. That's how the world runs and works. Hopefully a new admin will have more ROI. I don't know. I can't predict that stuff. I don't know if we round everybody up at once or not, or if that's real or not. I just read to you guys what like S&P, CME, what Wall Street types say, and I can tell you guys what the data says. That's it. Yeah, 100% VolWiz. Yeah, VolWiz right now is coming into the chat to give you guys a heads up on that stuff. I trust VolWiz. He's like the guy, man. He tracks Charles very closely.
1 minute till we get the US federal budget balance.
Yeah, 100%. The unclench up on Monday, VolWiz. I'm with you, man. There's talk right now, VolWiz.
Fed Schmidt says the baseline of interest rate costs appears to be higher than people thought a year or two ago.
If you guys are in the Discord, VolWiz in there dropping some science. He's the only guy that I trust on the Vol side of things. He's it. He doesn't try to sell bullshit out there. Yeah, I trust him too. Jedi, I trust Jedi 1,000% too. Hey, VolWiz is inside the Discord market chat right now. If you have any questions for him, read what he's writing to you guys out there. He's legit. He's a legit Wall Streeter. So if you want to talk to somebody, he's one of the guys. Well, we got PPI. So the only thesis here in PPI would be everyone's looking fucking right to CPI for an inflation scare. You wouldn't fucking see that right now. You wouldn't fucking see that. The first fucking uptick is going to be in PPI. And they're going to hoard. I know they're hoarding. I'm on these chat rooms with people. I've got like chat rooms for different things. I got like a chat room where people that procure goods and shit, like the people that buy, you know who I learned this from? I learned this from Bob Kendall. Bob Kendall taught me, and many other people too, that if you're thinking about inflation and stuff or retail sales, things like that, PPI, CPI, you want to go to the source. Like, are we selling more cardboard boxes or not? Are people ordering cardboard boxes or no? Are we like, are people buying the nails in bulk or not? Not the people that are selling the nails to the, or providing the nails for the builder, or for when they sell the job, or you as the last person to buy them at Home Depot when they cost triple. You want to see if anyone's hoarding those nails before we get to triple priced nails at Home Depot. Now, you're not going to hear about that in the news. So it is going on. There's hoarding going on right now. But does it show up in PPI today? Probably fucking not. Or not CPI, it's most certainly no. PPI, you might see a blip. But you still don't expect it for until maybe next CPI, PPI. And even then, it doesn't make a trend. You need 3 months of that data to make that trend to say, oh, shit. You got it. You got it. Yeah, we've got it. We've got Bitcoin going to 100K and then reversing to the downside, Vol. We've got like, I think it trades pretty. It trades pretty, like every once in a while you'll get like it trades pretty traditional. It'll fake you out like right before the top, right before the bottom and stuff like that. But yeah, you sell 95,000, you sell 100,000, then you sell 110,000 for a major correction. Then we go up and we trade like 130. Let me get a hold on 1 second here. I'm gonna you guys want a chart for this stuff? You're not getting 150 right now. You're gonna hit like you're gonna like ping pong off of it. You're gonna get like a base. Like you get dispersion, you get like a base on like 85, 90,000. You like trade like, not like we trade 95, 100, 100 and fucking 10. And then you disperse to the downside. You catch the trend at like 50,000. 50,000. Then you go and you trade like 125, 130, somewhere in there. I'll get you a I'm gonna post a chart for Bitcoin on a higher frame for you guys to how do I explain? Maybe should I just do it right now? Bottom right hand screen. Let's look at Bitcoin together. Fucking Bitcoin. All right. Oh, look at that Bitcoin, baby. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Oh, this is going to piss all of you off. January of 2026, okay? That's Jan 1 of 2026, okay? There's like what's May 30th or something. This May 30th could be like May, June. We could do like June. So this is like your summer. It's like your dog days of summer. 110. We're gonna break out higher, but go weekly really quick. Go to a monthly. There we go. Right there. Here's your monthly trigger. See your monthly trigger coming up? Whoop. Pay very close attention to this right here, okay? See that blue line right there? See that blue line? That's your monthly. Right up there, it's going to come, okay? Here's weekly. And that's your weekly trigger. You see weekly trigger right there? Just want that to be 90,000, right about there. 90,000. 95,000. Come on, baby, come on down. Right there, 95,000, right? You got your 100,000, right? 100,000, 110,000, 100,000 right there. There we go. Right about there. $5,000 there. There. Fucking Bitcoin. Roll these fucking bulls down early right now. Middle of the afternoon, 2:13 in the afternoon. Send all these bulls pack until 3:30. Bull tears, thinking we're breaking out. All right. So we're on a weekly, right? We did what we needed to do, right? We traded a high of 93,467. That's all that needs done. We don't need to go any higher. We don't need to break above 95,000. We don't have any need to do that. There's no requirement that we go any higher this week. None. On a weekly basis. On a daily basis. We're above the weekly. Here's your daily pullback right here. This is your jump point. Right about there. Nice and easy.
So Israeli officials say as of now, the Iranians have withdrawn from their decision to respond to Trump's election. So Israeli officials say as of now, the Iranians have withdrawn from their decision to respond. Trump's election had
Ooh, that looks sexy, doesn't it?
decision on whether to retaliate, although even before that, they were debating the if, how, and when.
Sure, 4 hour right here. So 83,310 is what you're looking for, okay? Basically right here. Possibly you go lower, but basically you're looking to buy dips right about here. Bam, bam, bam. Right? Makes sense? So just watch that really quickly with me, okay?
Do you want to stay up to date with the latest and be on the bleeding edge of news for non-farm payrolls? Then sign up today and get our special offer of Financial Juice Pro for a year's worth of our service for the price of 1 month. And save
There we go.
10%.
There's your weekly trigger. There's your way off over there. Should we just do it daily basis? Can we show them? Yeah, we'll show it like this. This is better. Just like this. We're going to show it just like this. Just like that. Said that was the jump point, right? Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do hold on one second here. Jan 20. Where's Jan 20? And 20 right there. Now I guess let's get rid of this. Jan 20, middle of March for an early or late March. That one right there. Right there for a market low to run it up. That's June, July. Okay, good. Right about there. February, March. There's 900,000 right there. Hit 100,000. Trade back down into that March over there. Here's your summer trade to just below 110,000, right about there. March, April in the summertime,
According
right?
to CNN, Republicans keep control of U.S. House.
Gonna come right back down in there. So it's something like that. Nope. Below.
So the Republicans are projected to win the House majority, securing the Republican trifecta.
So January, nope. A bit higher there. That's that 100,000 into the coronation right there. Sell down into springtime for a springtime buy. Come into springtime. Boom, 100,000 into summertime. Right there. Could be an argument made. That's where the failure is. Sell down, recovers up into July. Top of the market, 110. Bam, slam down. Price in some nasty shit. January 2026. Damn, my whole move gone by summer. It's going to be fucking nasty. July, right? Trade that up to like April 25 and then June. We get a fucking hurting. Roll down into the end of 26. Then recovery. Right there. Something like that right there. That's what I think. I think it's something like this. Lower. There's your weekly trigger right there. There's your monthly trigger right there. Something like that. That fucking thing goes. Oh, he's gonna trade 150 into 26. There. There it is right there. Start point. Hit it again. Start point. This would be leg one of three. 1, 2. These upper reaches are going to be like, woof. That's going to be a tough one. I doubt you get up there. Maybe. I think you failed at 110. Fucking drawing all this stuff here. Bam, bam, bam. One more push up this summer. This could get accelerated, but there's another path in here. There's a path where you come up here, trade that. I don't know if it's like where tips, but like boom. 1, 2, 3 up here. Done. Bloodbath in springtime. Please, please, please. Oh, just like that. You guys want this or no? This is pretty far out, right? That's that's like January, March of 2026. Something like that. Something pretty far out, isn't it? My God, look at that. You'll be trading 150 before you know it. Over there. Let's see how close we trade this. You want some Nostradamus shit? I got some Nostradamus shit for you guys. Break out the fucking doobie. You want some doobie shit? And it's following the monthly trigger too. I think that weekly will actually be higher. I think that'll be the quarterly trigger. Hold on here. I think that'll be the monthly trigger. This will be the weekly trigger. No, that's right. That'll be the weekly trigger, I think. That'll be the monthly trigger, and that'll be the quarterly trigger. I think. Don't hold me to this. Purple. God damn. Something like that. Yep. Something like that right there. For you guys there. Yeah, it stays up here trading this. It's back down to reality. Back to the original start. This is the original start point. There's the origination right there.
Senate Democrat leader Schumer says we must avoid a government shutdown.
Uh-oh. What's going on, Bulls? Is this the second day in a row that you've not gotten your V-shaped recovery? Fuck are you doing, Bulls? You guys have your marijuana joints out yet or what?
Protect your trades from macro headline.
Make all these Bitcoin people happy.
Now only $99 a year for our real-time service.
Let's see what I got here. I got two of those fucking screenshots. That one and that one. Do I have that right? I hope I do. Hold on here. I gotta. Where is that goddamn thing? Nope. This one right here. Two. And that one right there for the, this is the puff pass one. 3 right there. 2 and 3. Okay. Close that up. That. Get you guys all fucking fired up here. 2 and 3. Look at that shit. Was that right? Nope, that's wrong. No, that's right. That's right. That's some puff pass shit right there.
NYMEX diesel December futures settle at $2.21 a gallon.
1, 2,
NYMEX
3,
gasoline
4
December
down, right?
futures
1, 2, 3,
settle at
4
$1.96.
there could be a fifth one in there.
NYMEX natural gas December futures settle at $2.28.
You guys want me to do the Bitcoin for the Bitcoin outlook? Fuck yeah, I'll do that for you. Done. Done.
And NYMEX WTI crude December futures settle at $68.40.
Done, baby. Done.
1 cents or 0.
Bam, bam, bam. 100,000's your first top into the coronation or Christmas, maybe. What is that? Yeah, it's the coronation, baby. Pretty much the coronation. 100,000 into Trump's coronation. Have a nice little pullback. Have one more party in the summertime. And then that shit's over. Oh, yeah. There, show them the line, baby. Show them the line. Pet on it. Pet the line. Here, let me pet the. Oh yeah, just pet that line. Just follow that line right there. Just pet the line. They did it yesterday too. They were like, "That's a V-shaped recovery. We're gonna go up all night long into tomorrow, into Wednesday." They woke up this morning. They were like, "Burned." Bears are like, we're going down, baby. We're going down. I will say this, though. This could be a bear trap. We got half-hour trigger crossing up for a confirmation trade to the upside to break out above 6,000. Should I try to take that trade long with you guys right now? I like it. The half-hour trigger is crossing up. We're going to fucking find out because that half-hour trigger is crossing positive right now, and we're back-checking the half-hour trigger. We're either going to do a breakout here or we're going downtown. So if you're a bull, this is important here. This is going to be important for Friday. We're going to find out right fucking now if we're going to go down into Friday or Thursday, you know, Thursday at some point, and then rip it higher into 6,000 on Friday or not. We're going to find out right now.
Fed's Muslim says
We're going to
since the previous
FAFO.
central bank policy meeting suggests the economy may be
Right
materially
here is,
stronger
this
than
is going to be
expected,
the,
and most recent CPI numbers
I'm
were
going to get rid of this so you can
as
see it. But see this
expected, but I would
cross right here?
prefer to see some
If this
continued
cross
decline on a
holds,
3-month basis.
the door
In rising bond yields, there
is
also
closed for the
potential
Bears.
inflation risk,
If we break
and
through
some
this
think the
back
Fed may not
test,
cut rates as much.
we're going to go downtown, trade 92.
Incoming Trump administration's policy.
I'm going to set up a trade here just in case we hold, because these fucking bulls might run away with it right now.
Treasury bonds
I would love more down too. I want to put a call spread on lower.
and Muslim says they're
So bad. Been waiting all week for it. It's Wednesday. Third, no, yeah, today's Wednesday. Been dicking around all week waiting for this goddamn trade.
Has not yet changed the view that policy is on a path to neutral.
I got your Bitcoin rainbow done for all you Bitcoin bros and crypto bros. Look at all that. Look at our book map right now. There's like it's all turning black, dude. Like boil, toil, and trouble down there. Look at that cliff. That's all your option sellers. It's all your fly holders and fly sellers. They're like, dump it right now. Dump eat. I gotta hold this shit in a Friday. I'm reading the Discord now. Captain, yeah, not seeing the captain's Bitcoin. I think that's a fairly good. It's fairly good chart. It's going to be close. It's not going to be exactly that, but it's fairly. You figure everybody like Bitcoin's kind of weird, kind of an easy thing to chart. Really, it's not that hard. Bitcoin like fucking follows traditional charting so simply. Not all the time. They'll like sell you out on a low or a high, like trap you in as a bag holder, but it doesn't really. It diverges from the wild ass shit. It really does. Like you should be looking at this right here as like dispersion. And this one, like on the higher frame, it doesn't come out. Basically, what you're seeing here is dispersion. So, you know, it's like a fan, right? It should actually go something more like that, like fan. That's where we are. You get the gap up, you hold the support, and you're like you're in like you're gonna like sell in on strength your holdings from lower to FOMO bulls between now and mid to late January. We'll have a significant pullback into the spring, and there'll probably still be some bullishness and momentum in early spring for the market and for Bitcoin. You would expect that, right? And then you get into the heat of summertime, and the problem with this upcoming summer, is our boy Larry Williams has this like trend chart going back to the beginning of time, and he's got these inflation projections that say inflation should rage by summertime. So we get like that. You get the trend going, inflation, CPI and PPI, and if things go badly, if we start like Larry is saying that by summertime, we should bottom in inflation and have a major reversal. Like oil should fucking not moon on like July or June, but like you should be buying oil for a large super cycle up. On these like macro things, not tradable stuff today, but so I listen to guys like that, like Larry Williams, smart motherfucker. Like that motherfucker, he won the $1 million trading challenge. So when he speaks, I listen to him. He said that it could creep he said that it could creep, or like he's like, you could extend the market into 2026. He's like, but he's like, you're throwing fucking horseshoes at something that on a larger time frame that you can't really predict right now until we get there. Do we bottom inflation in summer or fall or next summer in 26? He's like, you could see us like bottom heavily in inflation, and what by the time that impacts actual price could be 3 to 6 7 months to a year down the road. Who else said that yesterday was Wolf Richter. He was like he said when a bubble pops, it can either be a pop or a if you have the poof, then it's not exciting, right? It's like inflation will like bottom and then slowly go higher, and then you get a nice, sweet, extended, what do you call it? Soft landing, right? Your soft landing can be short-lived or it can be long. Whenever I look back on soft landings, there's two things I learned. You cannot predict the length of a soft landing. They're all over the fucking place. I mean, literally. There's no like data on every official soft landing we have. You can't put that data together and say, we're going to go a year and a half. We're going to go 5 years. We're going to go 8 years. There's nothing there that's tradable or gives you an edge in statistics and probability. The only other thing I learned about soft landings was that every single time historically, the second landing is always hard if we got the soft landing. So if you get the soft landing, your second landing, at least historically, the next landing is guaranteed to be hard. That's the only two things I learned from that shit. Yeah, fuck yeah. DM me any memes you want. 45 forever. I want you all of you to know something out there. Like, I don't hate like anyone. You guys can shit post with me anything you want. I'm not going to take offense to it. Send me anything you like. I have more thicker skin than you think. I do find humor very funny, especially gallow humor, black humor, whatever you got. I don't get angry and all that kind of stuff. I'm not that kind of guy. Let's see if we can buy a dip here. Try to buy me a dip. Can I get a dip? Hell yeah, you can DM me a meme. I don't always get to check them. I have a lot of DMs, so sometimes I get behind on DMs and then they stack up. I could spend like a week responding to all the DMs, but yeah, let's maybe take a trade. Fucking Bitcoin. VIX 9 day. All the way down. VIX 9 day. All the way down to its prior low and made a new low. So VIX 9 day, even if we're weak right now, is telling you to get ready for a repricing of the VIX. SPX roped in. Big blue line right here. Big blue line. Look what they're doing to you. Ping pong, park the bus, park the bus, park the bus, park the bus. Whoop, up later in the week. Meanwhile, I just want to buy a dip. Just want to buy some fucking call spreads for a holiday trade. Just want to buy a turkey. I want to buy some canned potatoes and make mashed potatoes with no butter and no cream or milk. I just want to buy some powdered turkey gravy and some Stouffer's chicken stuffing or a turkey stuffing. And I actually do buy this, though. We make the cranberry sauce. Like, we make the good stuff. But I swear to you, there ain't nothing like a can of cranberry jelly near frozen. Not frozen, just very cold. Slop that thing in a plate. Oh, man.
Brent crude futures settle at $72.28 a barrel. That's up 39.
Ooh, the MRE turkey dinner?
5%.
Sprinkled with bear shit. Yeah, Waterboy's been on that IWM short all day long. I think since
You want to
morning.
stay up to date with the latest and be on the bleeding edge of news for non-farm payrolls? Then sign up today and get our special offer of Financial Use Pro for a year's worth of our service for the
Fuck
price
yeah,
of
VolWiz, baby.
and save 92%.
Fucking VolWiz dropping hammers in the Discord right now. Ooh, with vodka? I've never put vodka in cranberry sauce. Oh, cranberry and vodka. Oh, cranberry only goes with vodka. Gotcha. I got oh, am I thinking in the money spreads here? Fuck no, I'm thinking zero dates. I'm thinking zero dates here. They're trying. We already know what they're doing, right? We're trying to go down here and hold price down into OpEx. This is the mission, right? Murder 6,000 into OpEx, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. I only care about my spreads. That's what. You guys don't know that? Like, there's like deleveraging from dealers, and there's spread holders, and they just want the beacon. That's it. And then murder the option chain, and then you can decide what you want to do next week. They wrap up the game. They're like, okay, that's it. We're clearing the table. Do whatever the fuck you want next week. I don't care if we're going up or going down. You guys start selling the market or buying the market. We'll play again. Take your game home for the weekend. What are you saying here? Slice up some pineapple in half-inch slices, put in a container, and pour. Ooh. I got to write that down. Oh, my God. I got to do that. I would eat that shit and put it on ham. Oh, my God. B. Boomeri 19. Dude, that is gang. You support those bear troops today? Oh, my God. I would eat that just out of the container. That wouldn't even make it on a ham. I'd just be like, nope. What kind of rum do you do? Do you do like dark rum, spiced rum? Dude, you could grill. Oh, man. Like put some, like a little bit of smoke maybe on there. Get a little, I used to use like an electric crack pipe. And I would smoke stuff and like seal it up. So you can have like a hint of smoke on something. Ooh, Appleton Estates rum. Yeah, Appleton Estates is good. Yeah, Miss Chocolate Monkey, that was a great idea, right? I'm down with that. I'm down with eating that stuff. Let's find out what happens. Do we hold? Do the Bears get their revenge into Friday or not? Spy, trade some spy options. What do you got here? 2:48. Time is it right now? 2:48 p.m. I'm into 3 p.m. Fucking Bears on attack into the close. All it's playing in my head right now is Bears with like, it's gonna be another sabotage. Beastie Boys. Pineapple, cherries, orange. What up, short seller ST? What's up, brother? Whatever fruit you like, cut up small pieces, cover with sugar, and let it ferment for a few months equals alcohol. Pour over ice cream. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, that sounds good, too. Yeah, you like those drawings, huh? You like those drawings right there? Look at that. Blammo. Where are we going next? 593. Oh. 591.96. I don't know if they hold this. This will be, we'll break out the eraser gang. This is Bull's last chance right here. I'm going to slide into your DMs on Friday and be like, call spreads. Let's do it. We don't charge 35. We charge 28 with a yearly subscription. Actually, we charge less than that. We charge 18 for market briefs. Mm-hmm. Yep. I think Discord we offer 18 bucks. I think Discord or market briefs are like 10, 12 bucks. Something like that. Just keep the place running. Keep the lights on. Keep the heat on. Yeah, Volwiz right now talking about GBO at the line, Trumptastic entry. Yeah, by the way, Volwiz is in there dropping hammers in the Discord right now. Dropping fucking hammers. Rates are angry, and that was supposed to matter to smalls. Trump stonks rates up, won't last forever. Way to go, Waterboy. Waterboy's been in that fucking small cap trade all day long. Good job, Waterboy. I love the fucking dude. The Discord is gang. Parking the bus, baby, on OPEX week. Some of you guys noticed those drones been good, huh? Those fucking drones have been rad as fuck. The first day I miss a drawing, you guys are like, burn him at the stake, put him on the fucking plank, hang his ass. No, not yet. I want lower for spreads right now. I was thinking about some 0-day calls, but only if this holds. If this holds, it would be unexpected. So 0 dates, 1 dates. But if this holds, this would fuck up the plan right now. So we'll watch and see. We're just watching and see. We'll know. We will know because we're coming into the half an hour. We're coming in the half an hour at 1500, 3 p.m. We got another half an hour. It could be a quick like bull trade in here. A quick like squeeze out the bears before we go down into tomorrow. There's a little 0-day trade. The pump's always out there, you know? The little pump's always out there. Just burn these fucking bears for just a few more minutes. Right in here, a little squeeze-a-roni into 330, and then we go lower. Can't be loading up on puts and not get delta hedged on 0 dates. 0 dates run the market on intraday trading. You guys start loading up a bunch of fucking 0-date puts, you stop buying them. Dealers swing back in, start loading up their own 0-date calls. Not exactly, but they start actually buying the market. Why are whales dunking on bulls all day long today? They don't get any like when you have like your option sellers, they have to feel special, so they only come out like once or twice a month, once or twice a quarter, and they rain on the parade. Like it's our time to shine, baby. Bring it home. Like all the fucking option sellers, all the fly guys, they're all like, they all come out and like do their strut, and they're like, this is the only way to make money consistently. This is how you make money in the market. The rest of them are all degens trying to pick direction. They're all eating Thanksgiving dinners early, 2 weeks before the rest of you degens. I love that pineapple. That pineapple recipe is gang. Like I love not canned pineapple either. I want fresh pineapple. Like fresh pineapple. Oof. Oof. I've had like rum drinks and fresh fruit, but I'm just thinking like at home. Out there cooking Thanksgiving dinner and you're just like shellacked by like 11 a.m. People were like, he hasn't been drinking all day long. Why is Daddy looking sloppy with his words? He's been eating the pineapple, honey. The pineapple he told you couldn't eat. He's shellacked. 11 a.m. on Turkey Drumstick Day. And it's like that sugar. It's like that sugar drunk too. Those are never fun. You don't wake up in the morning feeling well over that. You like sleep in the day after Thanksgiving, 24 straight hours. Someone bring me McDonald's and a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola. Those kind of bonds I made with my now wife or family, brothers, sisters. Those are the kind of bonds that you make where if something is wrong or you make a mistake or you do something you shouldn't do, you learn from your mistakes, right? You realize that there's a gray area, right? And nobody got hurt. There's nothing too out of control. And it's like kind of like a test. It was a weird fucking test, but I've been together ever since. Yeah, that was the lesson. The lesson was like he's not a bad guy when he's drunk. He doesn't do anything terrible. He's fucking hilarious. And he's a happy drunk. And actually, I didn't get mad or anything. I was just, I thought I was hot. I wanted to show my body off. It was kind of stupid. Yeah, run. I wasn't a mad drunk or anything like that. I was just trying to have a good time. They thought it was hilarious. I didn't. I was embarrassed for a long time. And truthfully, from like when I first found out, I was not happy. I was utterly embarrassed. You want like some payback for like in some weird way I paid my penalty once I found out that they knew, because it was like a second round of embarrassment. You just don't stop paying for the stupid shit you do when you're young. No, that's a true story, though. That's a real one. Yeah, test of character was in there. Test of can you take responsibility for your actions, and it's and a rule: don't drink with my dad. Don't ever drink with my dad. A lot of lessons in there. A whole lot of them. Staircase over here, eh? We held 597.69. Build an upside case into the bell, squeeze out all these bears that want us to go down. The way is still down, though, by the way. It's a quick trip, quick 15-minute play right here. This is interesting, though, because that half-hour trigger is coming up. You know, that half-hour trigger holds with a successful backtest. Maybe we do trade up into Friday. We have to pay very close attention. Or maybe a dealer will step in here and get real angry. They're up here. Let's go to sorry, 323. Okay, so a couple things. We got to go over some stuff here. So they're right about here, okay? They stepped in right here. They're actually a little bit lower, so let me show you where they're at. So they're like right here. And they're likely now right about there. So we'll go a little bit lower in expectations. So they don't need to not need, but like they want to step in. Like they'll step in right here, but they don't really have to step in if we go to here. The thesis remains the same even if this is a quick trade. So the thesis still remains that we trade down. Well, let me get some date. Let me put this on. We're on a 1 minute trigger here. There's a lot to be said here. Like, this is Wednesday, right? Thursday. Where's 1600 on Thursday? Sorry, this doesn't always like when I change time frames, it doesn't always equal. You're going to see, you can see them here, right? They're just like any kind of strength unloading. All right, you come back up here and they step right back in. Pound it down, pound it down, pound it down. This close of Thursday. You print 6,000 or above 6,000 once they're worthless, right? For OPEX and stuff. Even Friday, maybe. We could even do this and then sneak up into 6,000 on Friday and then Monday go higher. Pretend that's Friday and Monday. Like you don't print the higher calls until they're dead. The window doesn't open.
According to a statement, Trump picks Matt Gaetz to serve as Attorney General.
Now, there's an argument being made that the wall at 6,000, this wall is weakening. And we could actually jump up there,
Stay up to date with the latest
come back down for OPEX, right? Then go up higher
Special offer or
once that window's open. There's an argument there to be made that that could be the case, and we're not going to get any farther down.
92%.
But for me, this seems appropriate. We're not all the way down to the daily trigger. We're not getting that close down there that everybody wants. I would expect something similar to this to happen during Thanksgiving week. But this week, there's a trap here for bears in my estimation. So if I have like a high probability of this being the most highly probable trade, right? Highest probability. This is the lowest probability, and this is the lowest probability. Right? So in probability is we still go down into Friday or Thursday or Friday to trade higher. Anyway, trade this up. Bam, 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 right? Go up and jump above. Trade the 6025, the 6050. Come into the week of whatever that is, the week of Thanksgiving, and we trade this garbage down here. But this is probably the move right now. So if that is the move, we probably need to get a little bit more, just a tiny bit more, to make it worthwhile going higher anyways. This is, in reality, it's like, it's like this. It zigs and zags into the 20th over here, the Nvda thing. And even then we might get a big squeeze up, right? For Nvda. Come back down. So at least for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday down here, maybe. Get that nice little, clean it up a little bit, I guess. PPI disappoints, comes in slightly hot. You get the fake out on CPI over here, and, we're kind of strong. PPI, whoop. Oh, no, PPI, doom and gloom all Thursday. Fade Friday, whoop. Whatever that is. That's Thursday, sorry. PPI, sorry. You guys get the gist, though, right? Today is Wednesday. Yeah, this is Thursday close. This would be the Thursday right there. This would be PPI doom down here somewhere. Move that over a little bit. 6 a.m. Did I have that right or wrong? It's 8:30, right down there. Move that over a little bit for you down there. A little bit more blood. Get that hourly trigger going down to the downside. That hourly trigger, like, whoop, right down there. That would be green, by the way. Just that nice little thingy right there. In a Friday. Bam, suppress, suppress. Back up and up like that. Could actually draw. Where's Friday close? Friday close. Right about there. Just the new high. Sneak it right up to 6,000 right there. Sneak it. Get this one. You get the tick, the higher high. Fuck around on Friday. Whoop. Right up here. Window opens. Wake up on Monday. Bam. Bam. Right. Consolidate. Consolidate. We get the report. Bam, up there. Something like that. Does that make any sense? So we'll watch this closely. That's your expectations preliminary. Does that help you guys? Yeah, it's something like that. 2, 3, there. 1. That's our big leg there, and then a little bit more excess, and then we're out of here. It's something like that. It's like, bam, bam, a little bit of excess. Whoop. I don't know how deep that is. Your last leg is usually shorter, not longer. It's usually shorter. There could be a case made that you'll get your leg here, down here, and maybe one more down there, but I doubt you go that low, like 50, 80, 80, 50, 90. I don't know that you get that low. You might. You could extend down there, but I'm not betting on it. I'd probably be out at that point or long already. I don't really care what that wick is. $1,600. Whoopsie. Look at him sell right into it. See that squeeze? Watch that squeeze right there. Trade is dead by 3:30. We don't have a lot of time left. No, I'm sorry, not 3:30. 45. We can trade 45 or 15 minutes. 15-minute trades are a thing. I still have not put on a call spread, if anyone's wondering. No call spreads for me. I am looking for that low on Thursday, Friday, whenever we get it. PPI, Friday low in the morning, something like that. But I am looking to get long in a big way, meaningful way into next week. So no, the call spread trade, still not on it yet. This is good for bulls right here. Holding this hourly trigger and this half an hour cross to the upside is positive for bulls. I could get left behind in the trade. You can see it right here. You can see that green line and that gray line. I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but this could run away right here for bulls. And I don't get my down to 92, 93, 90, somewhere in there. I don't even get that. We're like splitting hairs here. You know what I mean? For like $1 or $2. I am a cheap fuck though. I always try to max like mid max. So that's me. If you guys are long here, I wouldn't blame you. If you guys are long like call spread or something like that, even if it dips lower, it's going to swing back up and print for you. The way is higher, not lower. But that's why you guys do whatever you want to do, and I do whatever I want to do. I'm not really peeved. The thing that, or I don't know, I'm not really pissed off. I'm more mad that if I get left behind. If I get left behind, I'm gonna be pissed. I want to get like 92 trade fucking 25, 50 or whatever, or 02.5. 602.5, 605, like 92 to 605 or 605 is a nice trade. Note that yellow line, respect that shit up there. They're waiting. I'm telling you, they're waiting. Even if we break above it, I'm telling you, there's sellers right there. But look at that. Look at that book map. It's saying there's no sellers there right now. That's what it says. Maybe we have depleted all of the sellers. Yeah, I've been talking about TLT in the Discord, talking about Southside Charlie and his takes on it. Talked about, even before I knew about Southside Charlie's shit, I was reading like the nonsense with like this morning's CPI. Like yesterday, we knew CPI wouldn't do it, and like they're like trade. I saw an article last night. Traders brace for CPI report on Trump fucking this and that. That's all bullshit, and none of that happened. It's a possibility we get it with PPI. Maybe they get that trade in tomorrow. Maybe they assign it and say, "Sorry, we sold the market on PPI, bro. It went up a tick. We're pricing in fucking that shit." It's still just a knee-jerk reaction. I wouldn't expect to be permanent. Sell side people are on that trade, though. They want that trade right fucking now. They want it right now. In their eyes, they want it right now.
So markets on close imbalance. The
Just selling into strength here.
1.8 billion. Nasdaq 100 a sell side of 1.1 billion. Dow 30 a sell side of 600 million.
Is it Gates? Am I pronouncing it wrong? Gates?
620.
Is it Matt Gates? Matt Getz? Matt Gatz. Is it pronounced Gates? Matt Gates. Gates. I got it right? Gates? I've heard his name before. I don't watch TV. I read books and shit. I don't watch CNN. Like, I'll read the stories on the website, but I don't actually physically watch. I don't have like Fox News on all day long. I just read shit. So I apologize if I was mispronouncing his name. That was not my intent. I wasn't intentionally mispronouncing his name. I don't watch TV. I'll watch sports and stuff.
According to the Washington Post,
I'll watch like an important TV event, like I don't know, like I'll watch like a debate or something, or I'll watch like a football game, but I don't have like CNN on all day long. Oh, look at that selling down there into the bell. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay, they're doing their thing in there. Me, hold on. Let's see. Can I join the call from a different device? Can I join that call? I got to do here. I am not literate when it comes to Discord. I suck at it. All right, sorry about that. I had to take that call really quick. Oh, yeah. We're going all-time highs. We're going to crash. We're going all-time highs. We're going to crash. We're going all-time highs. We're going to crash. Slow and steady. Slow and steady, baby. All right. Sorry, let me go back to the Discord really quick. You guys have the expectations for tomorrow. You guys know that I'm not in call spreads. You guys know what I want for call spreads. Whoop, wrong side over here. You guys know what I want to be doing. You guys know where I'm at, right? It's back to 1 hour here so it doesn't look so fucking wonky. That's what I'm looking for. We're almost there. We're almost there, baby. Just jump in with that nice, beautiful thing. Whoop. And we're out of here. I don't know if we're going to go higher right now. I'm still begging for a little bit lower. Get that nice little curve going on. You know what I'm saying? Nice little curve. Don't mess this up for me, Bears. You guys are talking about crashes this week. I haven't seen any of that. Haven't seen no crashes. You got to push price down for me. Push that price down there for me. Don't make me look bad. Give me that nice dip to buy. I'm sure we'll be down here and you'll be screaming about a stock market crash and I'll be just getting long. So push that shit down. Give me a good PPI tomorrow. Nice hot, buttered up PPI. Create some doom in the market. Come on, Sell-Side Charlie. Do your magic for me. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. That expectation is, you know, the move is up, not down too. So I'm trying for the Bears here. I've tried all week long to help the Bears out. Fucking Bears trying to say we're gonna crash down to like the fucking daily and shit, and I'm like, I don't see it. Like, buy. Must own whole markets until end of year. You know, that's really is what's going on here. It's like just nonstop fucking buying, while they tell you on public that they're not buying. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it is, right? Absolutely, 45. I'll check out those memes, 100%. It's like a nosebleeder, right? You buy the lows, you sell into strength, and you wait for OPEX to come to pass, unless the wall or the window to the upside opens. I don't see that window to the downside. I ain't seen it. Maybe it's there. And I don't mean like the downside that I'm showing you at the end of the week. I mean like directional change to go down and close that lowest gap, right? That gap that no one wants to leave behind. One where they're like, hey, we're going to go down there and close that fucking gap on the original gap up. That shit ain't getting closed. Not in my view. Maybe. I'll change my tune if that happens, but I'm just hoping to get a fucking decent dip. 92, 90, 89, 88. And I'll be long on 92. 93 I'll be long.
Expecting earnings from
not quite 93, 92.
Earnings.
I'll try to get long down there, but it ain't looking good for Bears right now, is it? Market looks strong.
Yes, estimate 71 cents. Revenue estimate $13.73 billion.
What's that?
Expecting that in just over a minute.
I do a long-term trend line. So I do for our community, I give out 4-hour, which is a 4-hour charts, and 1 day and 1 week charts regularly for where we're headed. I did one on this show for you recently. I actually did it on the show for you. I'm not doing it again. I've already done it. But we are going to trade 625. That's what we're trading. As a matter of fact, I've done the 3 this morning. I did this morning on this show. I showed you the 3 trades into the top in 2016 and something similar here. So we are Think about it like this. I'm going to try to explain it to you very simply, okay? You get the fake out on the pullback to the daily trigger. We go higher first, then we pull back to the daily trigger. So the one you're looking for now, I don't think you get until Thanksgiving week. Then we go higher again from there, even higher, with a big, big, big trade higher for the holiday, the Santa rally. You get left behind again, or not left behind, but then they correct us again the week of Christmas into New Year's, and then we go higher once more. So 3 trades up from here, in my view at least. But I have posted those. I've done them here. The trade into the real big correction, like the doom, the springtime, is 625. So whatever that top is, if it's January 20th, if it's, I don't know, February, March, if it's January 1, that target is 625, just below it. Like
3% on estimates.
we could fail like 618, 19, or 623, somewhere in there.
3.73 billion.
But on those higher frames, we should trade that. We should trade close to 625. You can look at it on Gamma right now. So I'm going to show you guys something real quick, okay? I want to show you guys something that did not. I'm going to show you something right now. Hold on.
And the prior estimates of $13.74 billion.
Voice news disconnected.
I'm going to show you what we didn't have before and we have right now. So this is 6,000. We never had this gamma above here. We have a big bar on 61. We now have a big bar on 6,100. Sorry, this is 60.05. We now have a big bar on 6,100, and we're starting to grow 6,200, and believe it or not, 62.5 and 63. Why does this matter? Do you know why that matters? If you don't grow these, then this becomes like the top right here. So if you don't grow these over here, this becomes the top and we roll down. But if they start growing these over here, which they're doing already, none of this was here. It allows price to pass through these, and especially as this gamma knocks off, it allows us to trade this, trade that, and even trade that before we are rejected over here. Nobody thinks they're going any higher. No development over there. So there's like a door, there's a pathway up here. Now, even while doing this, we can correct each time, but the pathway is open to higher highs. So it looks something like this. Or look up, I want you to look up November to January 2016 SPY. And it's going to tell the story for you. This is a playbook thing. Is it exact dates? No. But Wall Street, like, things don't trade exactly, but Wall Street has fucking playbooks. They run certain playbooks. They're not exact, but they're like, oh, yeah, we got this playbook. We did this before. This is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to tell everybody this one fucking thing while we're doing this whole another fucking thing. And 2016 is a pretty good or pretty close algorithm to it, as well as 2012 in some format of that. They try to run these similar playbooks in these time frames. So for at least for me, at this moment, until I'm shown something different, the way is higher now. You're going to get a better correction or a better pullback, whatever you call it, to that daily trigger in after Nvda earnings, after expiration that happens to fall after OPEX. Does that make sense to you guys or no? Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. You guys have expectations. Have a wonderful evening. Please don't be worrying. Spend some time with your family and your friends. Get ready for the holidays. Start going up and out and shopping for Thanksgiving this and Thanksgiving that. Love on your family and friends. I know there's a lot of stress right now out there with politics. Don't get stressed out. Everything's cool, no matter who you are. If you're MAGA or you're Republican, you voted for Trump, congratulations. Enjoy. Celebrate. You won. If you're a Democrat, dude, let that shit blow off. You shouldn't be getting all amped up and crazy and any of that kind of stuff. I'm going to tell you something if you're a Democrat. You got to get out of the fucking house. Like, I get out and do shit, and all that shit goes away. Walk with the dogs, go out on the weekend, go eat, go do stuff. You aren't even thinking about it. Any of you out there that are thinking about it means you're not getting out of the house. Get out of the house. And I say the same thing to Republicans, too. If you're in that, like in your real life and stuff like that, if you're really under stress, you got to get out of the house. Please listen to me. Even if you don't have any friends, just get the fuck outside. Go for a walk. Grab a book, go get a coffee, do anything other than being on the screens 24 hours a day. And the market right now is closed unless you're a PJ trader. You're just buying your prison stock and minding your business. Look, Cap's telling me they're going to do it, or these guys tell me they're going to do it fast. We need prison stock. We need construction companies. Who builds prisons? Who's going to be bidding on all of those fucking things? And I would say the same thing to Republicans if they had lost. Like, if MAGA had lost this election, I said it to you before the election results came in, right? Weeks and days before. Take care of yourself. You're still a human, still an American. This too shall pass, right? For both sides. There will be times when they get fucked up or whatever, and you don't want to be a douche to them, and you don't want them wanting to fucking jump off a bridge either. You're all Americans. All of you are, right? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, the holidays are coming. Treat yourself well, treat your family and your friends well, and don't go down the rabbit hole. Please don't do that. I want you guys here at the end of the fucking year. I don't want you guys to be like tripping face and balls on what ifs and what that and what then, or even trading the market like that. But that was the thing that scares the shit out of me, is that self-realizing shit in the market that's not really there. And that goes for the FOMO and for the doom. So, like, the FOMO and doom on both sides of that trade are super fucked up. You could be like, in your real life, have your Main Street hat and be like, well, Trump's this and that. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. And you could be like a Democrat trading the market and being like, oh, fuck no, we're selling everything. Stock market crash commences today. Both of those FOMO doom things are inappropriate to making money. I want you guys to know, as we come into this trading with Trump becoming president, you will get fucking torched with those theses. You will get eaten alive, even if you are on that trade from the perspective of a Main Street hat. Like, you will be trading futures, and Trump will come out and say, we're doing a presser, and your position's going to go to zero, or it's going to go to the moon. So it's always better to be a reactive trader in those environments. When Trump becomes president, you want to react to those trades. If he sends it to the moon, you want to sell it. If he sends it to the depths of hell, you want to buy it. But if you're out there, like, I'm telling you, if you're out there and you're going to be an investor and a trader, and you're like, Trump's saying we're going to moon this, you're going to get burned. Trump said it's going to go to the zero. You're going to get burned. You have to, at that juncture when he becomes president, you have to become a reactive trader. It is required, no matter what your thesis is from your Main Street hat. So I'm trying to work into a story to protect both of you, Democrats and Republicans, as we enter that phase of the market. At any rate, I'm serious. People are yelling at me about the Tesla trade. They were, not that I got it wrong. They were mad at me for saying that Tesla would go up if Trump won, or Tesla would go to zero if he lost. That's real, and it was real. You can see it in Tesla. They mooned. You have to be able to put your shit aside and see what's really there. It really does matter, and you will benefit from knowing those things as a trader. You take your Main Street hat off, put it on the rack, show up to work, put on your Wall Street hat, and listen to those guys. You have to. And then as soon as you're done, you take that Wall Street hat off, put your fucking Democrat hat back on, put your MAGA hat back on, and be like, yeah, you know what, this and that, and fuck that, and fuck the stock market, and this is what's going to happen. You can do that all day long, but just show up to be a trader, show up to be an investor, and then move back into, shift back and forth from those roles that you have in your life. Very important.